Beautiful people, and welcome back to the Empower Her Business podcast. I am your host, Linette Cottrell, the founder of Empower Her Advisory, and I guide women founders through designing business systems that bring relief and success. My calling is to free women from centuries of business structures that were not built with our feminine energy in mind. And I invite women founders to go further and expand their capacity to hold increased wealth. As you know, Empower Her Business podcast is all about delivering conversation, expertise, and solutions to Black women founders figuring out how to build sustainable business and hungry for real stories that represent them. And today, this conversation is special because we're not just talking about business, we're talking about identity, we're talking about being seen, and we're talking about what it means to build something that reflects who you are and gives that reflection to the next generation. Today's guest is the founder of 9 Mile Babies, a children's brand rooted in culture, storytelling, and representation. Deeply inspired by her roots in 9 Mile, Jamaica, a place rich in legacy. Please help me welcome Princess Booker.
Hi. Hello. That was a really lovely intro. Thank you.
You are so welcome. So, Princess, for those in our audience meeting you for the first time, tell us who Princess is behind the title of founder.
Oh. So I'm someone who's always been entrepreneurial. I grew up in a musical background, so I kind of gravitated that way when I went to university. I studied events, music, and media, but I was always in culture. Everything was about culture. I'm from England, obviously my accent. I'm from London, live in London, but my mum's from Barbados. My dad is Jamaican, so I grew with Bayesian and Jamaican grandparents. So I was always surrounded with culture. Obviously, reggae music is heavily in my family. So I think where I've ended up now on my journey, it was already written. So I'm just trying. I'm just someone who always kind of followed her dream, or whatever took her, I kind of went, okay, let me see what that is. I'm a very creative person, so I am sort of, what do they say? I think they like to tell us we're with the wind. We're kind of just, we flow.
You flow.
We flow.
Flow. Wonderful. So I love that your business name is 9 Mile Babies. So I want to take us to 9 Mile for a minute. So if you could flow with me in this experience, close your eyes for a minute and just think about being there in 9 Mile, there with your grandmother, there with the land, the energy and the music. So tell us, what do you see, what do you hear, and what do you feel when you
Oh, wow. I just got chills. I see, first of all, I hear kids outside playing in the streets. I smell food. I know my grand's just sitting there outside on her veranda, kind of just overseeing with a mango. And and then I'm just there up and down, just taking in the environment, the atmosphere. The thing with 9 Mile, it's so, it feels surreal. I don't know how to explain it. It's like this land which is untouched, even though it is. Remember, when you come from the city and the hustle and bustle, what they call it, the concrete jungle, and you go and then you go to somewhere like 9 Mile that's high in the mountains. It's sort of like surreal, it's peaceful. So even when you wake up and the sun starts rising, and it might be a bit misty over the mountains, and then you hear the rooster. I'm not going to do the cock-a-doodle-doo, but you hear the rooster kind of go off. It's just a relaxation. It's down to roots. It's that feeling of you have to go outside barefoot and be grounded.
Got you. Yes, I can feel it. I hope my audience can too. You took us on a little journey there.
Yeah, no, it is. It's definitely anyone who's been on that journey when you're taking a drive, it's like a gully drop, but you're driving and it's like windy roads.
Uh-huh.
But when you reach to the top, especially if you know what's up there,
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's
Ah,
definitely an experience.
wonderful. So what did that environment give you that you're still carrying with you? So when you leave that space, what do you still take with you?
It's so, do you know, I think, and it's so funny because obviously I created a brand around this place and my grandma. And
Uh-huh.
I was just like, she had a huge impact on me for me to do this
Yeah.
years. Like she passed in '08. So I think I had so much memories, obviously,
Mm.
with her. And she was Jamaica for me.
Mm.
So she taught, and anyone who has grandparents, especially like really lovely grandparents, you have that connection. Grandparents' love is very different to, I
Yeah.
think, parents' love.
Yes, it is.
They love differently. It's like endless and boundless. Like it's a different. So I did the roots. Like if I wasn't feeling well, she would go into the garden and know what bush to pick and boil tea.
Mm.
If I cut myself because I was forever falling down or trying to do something I shouldn't be, talking about grandma, what's that? She would go and cut a little aloe vera and rub it on. Do you know, so I think it was just being in the environment and living and kind of just experiencing, as I said, like picking a mango. That was something we did, and being able to eat it straight off the tree. Whereas in London, you go to a supermarket, it's packaged. It's you're not feeling, you're not smelling, you're not hoping when you pick it up, the squirrels or the birds haven't eaten it already.
Right.
Yeah, so it's just a different. And then she was Rastafarian, so it was ital. She didn't eat chicken or nothing. So food was different. Everything was very different. But
Mm.
it obviously had such a huge impact on my life when I think about it.
Right.
Yeah,
Beautiful, beautiful. Thanks for sharing that.
that's all right.
So let's talk about the birth of Nine Mile Babies and take us through the journey of how you got from working in the music industry to now building this brand. How did that ideal come to you? Like, what was the first spark that said, okay, this is what I want to do? And then how did you step into it?
Good question. Okay, so it's so funny because I don't actually remember that clear moment of me going, I'm going to do this.
Uh-huh.
I started a brand called Nine Mile Clothing, which I still do, but it took a back seat just because the babies took off.
Uh-huh.
And parents who used to buy Nine Mile Clothing wanted stuff for their children. So I was like, okay, let me do some kids stuff. But I was like, it needs to have more. It can't be just a logo. It
Mm.
needs to have more meaning. It needs to feel something. It's for the kids. And I wanted them to understand what Nine Mile was. So I said, half of the time we wear things and we don't know what we're wearing. We just
Uh-huh.
put it on.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I need to create characters because children's brand characters make sense. I was like, oh, but who? So the characters of Nine Mile Babies are my brothers and sisters.
Ah.
Yeah. And the whole reason for that, I was just like, well, we are babies of 9 Mile.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we're from, regardless where we're born or whatever, it's roots, right?
Right.
So, and I said, what's special about us is that we're all different shades of melanin. So we're all different shades of brown. So kids can hopefully see themselves in one of them. If it's not complexion, it's hair, but we're all the same but different. So I was like,
Gotcha.
okay. And then the way that so we had 9 Mile Clothing, obviously you got 9 Mile Jamaica, but I was like, 9 Mile. And then I was just like, we're babies. So instead of like we're babies of 9 Mile, I just turned it over.
Got it.
So as that happened, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do these designs. And then I was like, but how do I teach them about Jamaica?
Uh-huh.
And I was just like, let me share with them my grandma and how she taught me. And I was like, how okay, so then I started thinking, I was always that child, Grandma, what's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? Yeah,
Oh, you were
me.
that one, huh?
The annoying one. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But grandparents got patience because they've always got a story and they always want to tell you they got patience.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I said that, so I said, you know what? The story's going to be called Grandma, What's That?
Mm.
And it's going to be very simple. And we're going to take a walk. So where we are in the hills, there used to be like chicken coop, like someone who used to sell eggs.
Uh-huh.
So back then, like, you know, I mean, Jamaica is still, there's someone down the road from my auntie where you can buy fresh eggs, like
Uh-huh.
fresh, and they look very different to what you get in the supermarket.
Uh-huh.
So, so I was just like, we're gonna just take a journey with grandma from our house, and she just needs to get eggs. But on the way, we're gonna see things, and as we walk, we're singing the alphabet. So we're like A, B, C, D, and it's like, Grandma, what's that? And she goes, oh, that's an ackee tree. And then she goes, you know, the ackee tree, in Jamaica's national fruit is ackee, and our national dish is ackee with saltfish. Oh, Grandma, I love ackee and saltfish.
Uh-huh.
And then she goes, maybe later we'll have that with some fried dumplings. Right there, you just learn about the ackee tree, and you learn about Jamaica's national dish.
Yeah.
And that's all I was trying to do, was kind of take us on a journey, and all we're doing is going to get eggs. So along the way, yeah. And I was like, that will go, if they buy a t-shirt, that is a nice package to say, here you go. So not only have you got a t-shirt, you have my story and grandma's story.
Yes. So you're learning some. So you wanted to do more than just put a logo on clothing for children. You wanted to share with them your experience of 9 Mile, really, to give them that knowledge of it and the experience of it. And this is the background of it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And you put into a book for them, right? At their level where they can understand. And I love that.
Yeah, exactly. And I think when I wrote that, that was it. That was where it started and stopped. I had no intention of what I've created now. I just wanted to tell a simple story so they understood what 9 Mile was, and they understood 9 Mile babies and like the creation, and
Got it. And that is so real, because a lot of women entrepreneurs that I meet, a lot of our businesses start like that, right? Just with one idea, with one desire to do one thing, but we start. That's the key, to get started. And once you start, then it unfolds to up the next level, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's so true.
Love that. So you say you express a lot that representation matters. So what would you say that you did not see when you were growing up that is kind of your inspiration behind what you created here, with all the different skin tones of your characters?
Yeah. So growing up, I didn't have like black dolls. I had one black doll that my godmother has sent me from America, because I think America was a bit further ahead than the UK. And my books, I didn't have a lot of black books that had black characters in it. So even when I started writing the book, and I was like, oh, let me go out and look at all the different characters that's available on the market and see what. I remember going to Oxford Street, and I was like, I went into like the Disney store, I went into a store called Marks and Spencer, Selfridges, just looking, and I was just like, we're not here. I did not realize. Like, I was just like, huh? I was actually shocked, because you don't think about it until you really, if you're not really buying like kids' clothes and stuff, you don't really think about it until you go and search. And I was just like, okay. And then I would go to bookstores. There might be a few, but a lot of them wasn't written by us, because that's when I started looking more at the industry, and I started going more to like book fairs. Even when I went to the toy fair, I think I saw one black doll in this whole big trade show in like in Olympia. So anyone knows, it's a big space which they have like loads of different trade shows happening. One black doll, and I was just like, oh, this is a real thing. Right. And I think at that moment, I was just like, you need to do more. You can't stop here. And I don't know anything about the children's market. Like at this point, I was just, my background's music and events. So I was like, oh, okay. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to make a toy, which random. I just went online. I just went online. I was like, okay, how do I make a toy, and what do I want it to look like? I spent so much time in the Disney store. I was like, let me look at what I like. And I knew I wanted it to be a plush doll, like a plush toy, and not plastic. And I spent a lot of time in the Disney store, because I was like, quality, it needs to be quality. I think anything when you're producing black needs to be high quality. Yes. because unfortunately, people always want to tear it apart.
Right.
And every time people see my toys, they're always like, "Oh, what's this? Or is this yours?" Or they're always very shocked, and I'm like, "Yes, it is."
Yes.
Like proudly, yeah, it is mine.
Uh-huh.
But I wanted it to be high quality. I wanted it to feel and like to be able for kids to hold it and for it to be safe. So I made sure like the face was stitched on and not like
Mhm.
little eyes that could come off
Right.
and get the hairstyles correct. Like that was one of the hardest parts, even getting
Uh-huh.
the complexions and what materials were available for the different shades.
Mm.
But yeah, so that's what kept me kind of going. It was like this lack of us.
Got it. I can definitely
Yeah.
connect to that. Yes.
Yeah.
That was really my journey starting this podcast, because I was like, there's a lack of our stories out there,
Yeah.
authentically telling what the business journey is. And
Yep.
so, yeah, that lack will impassion you. Okay, I got to do something. So
Yeah.
that's
I
what you
just
did.
felt and I think that's what it was. I just felt that there was this calling. I was like, okay, you're gonna and then I think when I wrote that one book, I literally just started popping up in different locations, you know, like shops and shopping centers and stuff, just with my one Jamaica book and
Uh-huh.
my toys. Just hi, hey, welcome to Lionel Babies. Hi. Did that for one whole year, and then I realized that people loved it. They saw it. They was like, "Oh my gosh, they haven't seen nothing like this. Oh, it's so cute." Da 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 da. And it was like, and then it got to a point. It was like, "When's your next book coming out?" And I was like, "Next book? Oh gosh, I got to write."
But you said you started popping up in stores, so you started visiting stores. Were you like
Yeah.
setting like events to be present there and show your book? How did that work?
Yeah, so what I did was one of my first pop-ups that I did was I did a collaboration with a store that I went into. So they stocked my book and my toys, and then I said, "Do you know, could I do my launch in your store?" And like kind of be there and sort of greet people, and they agreed. So that was like my first kind of event. And then I went to a shopping, like a mall. So imagine I'm in Miami quite a bit, so like a Dadeland mall.
Okay.
And if you know, yeah.
Yes.
And you're just standing in the actual center with your stand. So you know where you see those kiosks?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So I'll set up my kiosk and just try to bring people in. Hi, like people come
Uh-huh.
up, tell them about the book, obviously tell them about the brand story,
Uh-huh.
tell them. And then, yeah, so I started doing more of those, more some markets. So, you know, you got the outdoor sort of shopping
Right.
markets.
Right.
Yeah, anywhere that I could apply and do an event. There's some events that were more catered to in England, more like sort of black events that we would do. So
Mm-hmm.
anywhere that I could pop up to get the recognition, to get people to see the brand, so I can get pictures. And then also
Right.
it was for me to know if people liked it or not, to test the concepts.
Mm.
Because what we think is a good idea.
Yes.
Maybe not. Yeah. So you'd be
Yes.
like, I'm gonna put everything into this.
Right.
And yeah, and then you're like, oops, no one wants this.
Right. Right. They want something
Yeah.
slightly different. So that's great. So you were not just showing up and showing your product, but you were showing up to get information, right?
Yeah.
You were getting marketing information,
Yeah.
doing
I
market
kind of feel
research in person in real time.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then you're testing the concept. So I'm testing how people react to the toys, how they react to the books, how they react to the characters, how they react to me, how
Yeah.
they react to just seeing. You get some people who obviously I come out and my stand's like big characters, big black characters with an
Uh-huh.
afro and pigtails and fancy knots. And you know what I mean? Some people are like, oh my gosh, or some people are like, oh wow, like what is this? Like everyone's just like, I remember one person came and says, is this something new that Disney's doing? I was like, I don't know about Disney, but it's me. But if you know them, give them a call.
Yes.
Yeah, but it was just, but what I loved, it was always warm. And I would see
Mm.
people look from a distance and kind of go, and then
Uh,
smile. And I'd be like, come
uh,
closer, come closer. Yeah, and that's when I was like, okay, you have something here. People actually are attracted to it, and they connect to it. I've had like grown women coming and breaking down in tears.
ah,
Like literally, because they were like, I didn't have this. What back then, I think one lady told me she had a Cabbage Patch doll. And we
yeah.
used to say it was ugly. She bought one for herself. Like I've had people literally break down and kind of
Mm.
just yeah. It's that's why I said it's like it's a toy brand, it's about representation, but if you look at representation and the lack of and the pain that has been carried years through generations, it's bigger.
Yes, it
There's
is.
a lot going on and there's a lot of unpacking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of trauma that we have dealt with in and it is surprising to know that you can connect that trauma, the healing of that trauma, to be seeing yourself represented, right? To
Yeah.
remembering, because I think it takes us back to our childhood to like, okay, I didn't have this, but now I can give this to a child today and they can have a totally different experience. Like I can help them not feel the pain that I felt. And
Exactly.
I think that's a big deal, right?
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
there's a lot that we deal with, and we can't personally create the solution to everything, but to know that
Hmm.
someone out there created a solution,
Yeah.
childhood pain, right?
Yeah.
Like I can definitely connect with women getting very emotional about that.
Yeah. No, it
Definitely.
is. I've had so many conversations just and I'm just like, wow. So and that's what keeps you going. I always say to people like when you start business, you get that support like for your family and friends right at that beginning when oh my gosh, oh this is great.
Uh-huh.
After you do your second, your third, your fourth, your fifth, your tenth, no one cares.
Hmm.
And it's not like that. It's not
Right.
like they don't. Some people don't, but not like that. But it's like I've already applauded you. Okay, you know, and then you start growing. But you see those strangers who some people will no longer be strangers, and they become like
Right.
friends or diehard brand fans. They're the ones that keep you going, and they become your brand ambassadors and
Yeah.
without even implying or knowing they're the ones who
Right.
push that and that's what you got because I hear a lot of people go oh well this person doesn't support me or they don't. I'm like they're not your customers, they can't keep your
Right.
business going. And
Yeah.
it's just that transition of like I went through it. I'm
Uh-huh.
going through it and every layer you go through is never a surprise.
I love that. I love that. You
Yeah,
go through layers, right?
there's layers to this.
And that's an excellent point because does come a time where you have to realize my family is not my target market. My
No,
friends are not my target market. I need to
no,
connect to my target market and make sure they're being satisfied. So even if family and friends are not buying everything, like what business stays in business with just family and friends? That's not
that's it.
realistic, right?
No, it isn't. And you gotta really understand that because a lot of people, when even I speak to people, they want to do business. I always tell them, don't, because sometimes some people fall out or they feel like the support. Sometimes people are a little bit envious,
Hmm.
especially when you start climbing,
Yes.
because some people support you in the fact of not thinking that you will get any further than this place. The
Mm,
moment you start excelling past where they thought you would stay,
mm. It gets
that's
uncomfortable. It gets
it
uncomfortable.
does. It gets
Yeah.
uncomfortable because you're growing and then you're excelling, and they will. That's why they always say that you've changed. But and I said the other day, I made a post on my Instagram, and I said they'll say you changed, but tell them you didn't do all this work to stay the same.
Oh, I
You
like that.
didn't. Yeah,
That's
because you did.
right.
No,
Yeah. That can't be the goal, that I'm working
that's
this
not
hard
the
to just be
goal.
the same person I was the last
Yeah,
year, right? I
yeah, and it
should
doesn't.
grow. I should
It
grow.
you should
You should
grow. If you're
expect
not
to grow.
growing, there's a
Yeah,
problem. It's the truth.
exactly. Yeah,
Exactly. It
yeah.
doesn't mean as a person I'm not the same. Like we can still go out and we can hang out, but my time now is used
Mm,
differently
hmm.
because this week for me has been a lot. I've got constraints, I've got deadlines to hit. I'm still in the office.
Right.
Like, do you understand? After
Yeah.
this, I'm still working
Hmm.
because I've got my personal goals. But then when we do meet up, I'm P. We
Right.
gonna enjoy.
Uh-huh.
And that's it. But some people don't understand that, and that's the thing. Business, you got the business side, and then you got the emotional side of business and your
Um,
personal life.
mm,
You
definitely.
got to shift your circle a little bit.
Definitely. And that's a struggle for some people
Yep.
because they struggle with the concept of I'm changing. And so people around me are going to have to change, right?
Yep.
Wonderful.
Does it? Yeah. Yeah. It's yeah. It's yeah. And when you're entering it, you really don't know what to expect. You're just kind of going.
Yes, you're just
And
taking it
then
one step after the next, right?
yeah. And you're
Yeah.
just going and you're going and it's lonely. Don't like it
Yes.
ain't. Trust me, it is
Mhm.
lonely. That's why your circle, you kind of have to have another circle of those people who may be entrepreneurs or in your world or understand that. Because what happens with us, and I'm like that, we're obsessive about
Mhm.
talking about what we do.
Yes.
Everything is about Naima. I'm like, yo, I'm probably so boring. Everything is about Naima babies. And other people don't want to
Right.
hear that. They
Right.
finished their job. They
Yeah.
finished, they're relaxing, they want to go to a drink, and you want to talk about Naima baby. Girl.
Yes. So true. So you have to find I say you have to find your people. You have
Yeah,
to find your tribe, those people that understand your language because you are speaking a new language,
yeah,
right?
you
Business
are.
is a new language. The process of building a business is a new experience. And so if you're talking to people who are not within that experience and don't understand that language, yeah, they're tired of listening to you. They don't understand.
Tired.
You can't vent to them because their advice is going to be, well, quit and go get a job, you know?
That's the first thing. They're like, quit. And you're
Yeah,
like, quit? I don't even know how to spell that.
right.
And that's the thing.
Like
But
that.
that's the first thing that they want to say. Yeah, but just
Yeah,
quit. Or if you're unhappy,
right.
I'm just having a moment.
Thank you.
Oh my God. You
Thank you.
just, like, I just want to vent.
Yes,
And then you're like, okay, sometimes you need to sleep and then you wake up and you're good.
right.
But
Yes,
they will send you back because that's their comfortable place with you.
yes, yes.
Yeah,
So
because
true.
it's yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That quit thing, people don't, if your friend's trying to make it, don't tell them to quit.
Right.
It's
Just
not helpful.
listen. Yeah, just listen to them and let them get it out
Yeah.
their system because they just need to sleep on it and to get up tomorrow and
Yeah.
back
A good
find a
response.
solution.
Exactly. A good response is probably, you know what? I know you'll figure it out because you got this far.
Ah,
That's it.
right. Yeah,
Sometimes if you don't even know what to say, but
right.
that quit, because right, the moment you say that person, if you don't know if they don't show, they got their backup going, oh, they want me to
Mm,
lose. Oh, that's how
mm,
they feel?
mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Alternative to saying quit is I know you figured out.
Yeah,
You
I know
got
you'll
this.
figure it out. Because
Yeah,
we
that's
do.
all we need to hear, really, right?
Yeah. It's
That's
just
all
some
we need.
words of comfort. Because remember, when we go to work, it's just, if you haven't got your tribe yet, it's just you.
Yes.
So you're talking to you. You're having your board meeting is you. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Your meetings is you. It's
Hmm.
not when you go to work and you go to, I don't know, marketing or PR or what, and then you're trying to figure out because you've got to be all these people.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's no marketing department. It's you.
it's
Actually, there
me.
is a marketing department. It's you. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
this part of my brain.
Yes, there is an accounting department. It's you, right?
Yeah, it's you. So you got to turn up. You every time you step out, you got to be in high spirits because you got to talk about your brand. Remember, that's one thing like personal branding. You're representing you. Whatever people see online of you, whatever that's what they expect to see. That's why some people get upset when they meet a celebrity or someone and they didn't have.
Yeah,
They're like, man, I wish I never met them. They
right,
probably was just having an off day, or maybe they might not be that great, but you know what I mean? There's things that
right.
happen. So we have all these different pressures. And then while you're sitting there, you're like, I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to remember to do this. I got to do that. I'm supposed to be here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I am there with you. So, and I know my entrepreneurs listening, they're probably like, yes, yes,
They're like,
that's
yeah,
how I
bro.
feel. Yes,
That's how I
girl.
feel. You're good. You got this. You got
Yes, you
this.
got
That's
it. And
it. You
it
got
is
this.
lonely. Yeah. So if you're feeling lonely, that is part of the natural process of building
Yeah.
business, right?
Yeah. You're not alone. And the greatness of it, because I have my tribe, right, and we're all
Mhm.
doing our bits and we work in the office, and
Uh-huh.
when I'm away and I'm like, oh my gosh, I got this, or what do you think? But what was nice about it is that I have people that I can talk to where I could just vent, but they get it.
Yes.
Yeah, they get it. So
Yeah.
when you have that sort of support who's in that world, because only people who are in it can fully understand what you're really talking about. Like we don't work
Exactly.
9 to 5. We
Right.
work when we work. I sometimes I
Right.
wake up at 2, 3 o'clock to say check my phone, okay, laptop.
Hmm.
Until I fall asleep with my laptop on me. It's the worst because I'm always worried that I'm gonna break it. But that and that's what it is. So once you push through that and you find your tribe, and then the other growth when you hit that another stage, you start meeting people in the business. This is where I'm
Yes.
entering right now, which is
Yes.
it's nice. You start entering different levels. So now you're becoming friends with business decision makers and
Mm.
people who can do stuff. So your conversations, people that you can reach out to, is very different now. Like
Yeah.
when I was publishing my book, I'm like, my publisher's emailing me. Do you want to check the cover? Is this okay? All right, we've done this. Oh, wait, we can change that. I'm not making the changes. I'm still a bit thing. I'll be like, maybe we can do this, and I'll mock up something because I'm
Uh-huh.
just like that. But I'm like, oh my gosh. They're like, so I'm like, okay, now what happens next? Because I know
Right.
I do, but I'm like, I want to understand how you guys do it because I've come from self-publishing. You
Yes.
guys are
Yes.
publishers, actually
Right.
traditional. So now you're having, and that's why I said hold tight. Like everyone, hold tight, hold
Uh-huh.
the line. Do not give up. I tell myself
Yes.
this all the time. We can't give up
Mm.
because once you start reaching, you start having your conversations, your
Mm.
mindset, everything starts elevating.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in that space right now. I was just like, Princess, you are not where you were last year.
Right.
Like be kinder to yourself.
Ah, very key. Very key.
Yeah.
Yes. You can
I
say
can
that
be mean.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
being
We,
kind to yourself.
yes. Give
Because
yourself grace.
yeah,
We can be
because we
tough on
don't.
ourselves. No, we don't. We're like, we expect perfection, right? And that's not good. That's not
It
good.
isn't.
I
It
had
isn't.
I had a sister on my show, Christine Edwards, and she has a company called Black and Green where she um, curates non-toxic Black-owned products. So all the products that she curate on her website are non-toxic. And she said something. She said you have to allow yourself to fail because failure is part of being an entrepreneur. If you don't allow failure in your journey, then you can't build a business. But if you
Yeah,
say, I'm going to start a business, once you say that, you have to also say, I'm going to allow failure to be part of this experience.
yeah. It's so true.
You
It's
have,
so true. And it's like everything. You know what's that saying? Is it like you're getting fine? Like when you like you get older, you're finding you're aging like great wine. I don't even know what the science.
yes,
You know that saying,
yes,
but you do get better. Now I have processes of how I do my book. I remember when I had to write my second book, I said to my friend, I can't. Do you know how long it took me to write my first book? I can't.
mhm.
And just the process and to sit there, it took. And now I've got processes. This is how I do my activity books.
Ah,
Even I was like, my brain has clicked into another level
ah, I
because
like
now
that.
I'm looking at systems and
Yeah.
automations and ways to make like I said, Princess, if girl, like
Yes,
sometimes like the other day, yeah, sometimes you have to say like the other day I said to myself, I'm proud of you.
yes. I
Like I
love that.
yeah, you
You
have to. I
do.
think we have to like even like look at yourself in the mirror and say it. And
Yes.
and and even if you don't believe it straight away, keep saying it until you do. That's part of like
Mm.
affirmations.
Yes, yes. And I love something you said there. It's like we have to also, since we work alone so much, we have to take the time to celebrate the small wins because nobody see the small
Yeah.
wins but us, right? They're
Nah.
not
Yeah.
big enough for people on the outside to see. But those
Yeah.
small wins, when something clicks and you figured it out and you got it, okay.
Yeah.
And usually we just rush through to the next thing because we already have 10 things lined up that we have to do, right? Oh,
Yeah.
I got one down. Let me go to number two. But no, pause. I got
Yeah.
one completed.
Yeah.
First of all, one reason is because we need to get our nervous system used to feeling a win. Otherwise, we just stay used to feeling struggle. And we're going to
Yeah.
go to 1 to 10 and get to 10 and be like, well, I thought when I got to 10, it would feel different. But it can't because you've trained your body to just feel stress and struggle.
Yeah,
So you
like you're
have the
used to
power.
that.
Yes.
I don't want to be used to like stress and
No,
struggle. No, but it's
no.
so true. And I'm bad at, I'll be honest, I'm bad at that. My friend
Mm,
keeps me accountable. He's always like, we're going to celebrate. I was
yes.
like, yeah, but what? He was like, no, we're going to have drinks. We're celebrating. I was like,
Hmm.
okay. Like, and I'm like that. I'm just like, oh yeah, okay, cool. We done that. On to the next. Like, I just got back
Yes.
on to doing a cruise. I did it for the first time last year. They invited me back this year.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, P, that's a win. I
Yes.
remember last year you didn't even the year before. I said you sat there working on a proposal, trying to get a response. It was just, oh my gosh, what if I could do this? It was a what if. I don't even know if it's possible because what you want to do don't exist. So you've got to
Mm.
change the mindsets of everyone who runs this cruise for an idea that you have. Like,
Ah.
and then when they gave me a call, it was like, yeah, we should have a meeting about you doing a cruise again. And I was like, okay, we had it. Yeah, so we want. I was like, okay. I'm not even gonna like that point. I was like, oh my gosh, I got to finish this. I got to do this. I got to do. And I'm like, Princess, did you not hear?
Right. You didn't even have to go to them. They came to you.
Last year I was chasing.
Yes.
Yeah,
And it
I
was
was
so
relentless.
successful. They came to you the second time. Wow.
Yeah,
Yes.
this time last year, what were we? I was the 20th. I was still in Miami. I was in Miami trying to get a meeting, I remember the last day I finally had a conversation and they were like, okay, we love this idea. Okay, speak to such and such. I was like, okay. So I'm flying back to London. I think it was like on the 28th of March. Still trying to get everyone to like respond to me. Can't get a response. Finally, okay, we're getting there. Now I'm like, this time, this March, before I was just, I said, that's why I said we can't give up.
Exactly.
Can't give up.
Exactly.
And then once people see the magic or whatever you do, or the necessity or the need of what you provide, that's it. So
Yeah.
you got to keep that. And sometimes we might feel like, oh, that didn't happen. I'm just going to leave it. I use this because now I'm getting more into sales, and sales is not something that I
Yeah.
enjoy. I find it very mundane, like sending
Right.
emails. But they said until you get a no, like until you get like a no, take it as a yes.
Mm.
Sometimes it's just not the right time. So until someone
Mm.
says stop emailing me, we do not want your product,
Uh-huh.
we keep going. I and
I love that. I love that. And that's tough,
Yeah,
right? Isn't it?
yeah, it's tough because we got to
Yeah.
deal with rejection over and over. To us, it's rejection.
Yes.
For
Yes.
for example, I signed up to this lady's email list, and it was like she had this training. It was about how to get into schools.
Uh-huh.
You know, the other day I was trying to find an email because I was like, what's the Facebook group? The other day last night I listened to it on the way home from the office. You know, I joined her email list in 24.
Oh.
Never ever listened to none of her calls until last
Mm.
night. And I said, look at that, Princess. If that does not tell you something,
Yes. Timing.
look, timing.
Yeah.
When I saw it, it was like, oh my gosh, yes. But I wasn't in that place of, oh right, I'm ready to approach schools.
Yes. Yeah.
Now I am.
Mm-hmm.
So she still sends, you know, when you got the emails that come out, and I said, you know what? I set
Exactly.
my alarm coming on an 8. I'm gonna wrap up the walk home. I'm gonna listen to her.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm just gonna be able to zone out.
Uh-huh.
And when I was trying to find the Facebook group, I said 24. That's how long
Mm.
she's been sending you emails?
Yes.
Yo, if that ain't a strategy, I don't
It
know what
is
is.
right, right. But I love that you express the way we feel about that because a lot of times, like you said, it feels like I've been talking to this person or sending this person emails and not getting a response feels like rejection. Like I sent them
Yeah,
3 emails. Should I send another one? But it has to be systematic, right? Because she didn't say, well, Princess hasn't listened to me yet, so why am
yeah,
I still sending her, messages? She just said it's on automatic. When the
yeah.
time
And
is
then
right for
sending it.
her, she'll click in. When the time is right for this person, they'll click in. But I'm going to send it to everybody. right?
Exactly. And that's what it is. And that's why I said don't like with the cruise. They've got, I'm just like this. I'm just a little, not like that, but I'm like a small author. You've got
Uh-huh.
big headlining artists that are
Uh-huh.
performing. I'm not a priority. I know that. So you need
Mhm.
to push. Don't be upset because someone hasn't emailed you. Hey, get on. Hey, I just wanted to check. How will we move this? Should we make a call? Is there anything that I can do in hand to get ready for this? Because
Right.
even when I was on the cruise, I saw like because the cruise goes from Miami to Jamaica. Obviously, there's a huge Hurricane Melissa. We ended up diverting going to Mexico. So there
Okay.
was so much, and I saw the ladies in production, bless them, all amazing, and I was just like, I'm not trying to add to you guys' stress. I just want to know what I can do because I'm going to promote like the babies. And obviously, we've got a different direction. And I think they just appreciate that. And I
Mm.
appreciated them because I felt like we were both supporting each other. And it was the
All
first time I
right.
was on the cruise. So I was trying to figure everything out. And
Right.
that's why when she called me, sent me an email, and then we spoke, I was just like,
Mm.
the energy was so different because now she knows. They was like, oh my gosh, princess, I didn't know this is what you were gonna
Exactly.
do.
Right. So they
So we
remembered
can't
that
give
that
up.
interaction and they was like, okay,
Yeah. Yeah, I think
great.
that's important when you make relationships. And that's what I talked about, relationships in your circle. It changes different because that person, remember, that cruise is at one time. Who knows what someone else is doing? Now you've got a relationship. Maybe they'll say, you know what, I know someone who could really do something special here. And
Yeah.
that's why I said your circle starts changing when it starts hitting new levels and different places. You're starting to have conversation with change makers, and those people are
Mm.
connected to other things. So you've got your tribe who keeps you focused, and you're all in the
Right.
office, and what
Hmm.
do you think about this, and okay, I'm going to do this, and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then
Hmm.
you've got that business tribe where you're like, I can actually make a call and email someone and say, do you know someone who's here that could possibly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's where the networking comes into
Hmm.
play. And that's why when I used to network, people say, you know a lot of people. And I was like, no, I don't. They'd be like, no, you do. But you don't know how to use them.
That part right there.
That's it.
That part right
That
there.
is it.
You know them, but you're not thinking critically of how can I use this connection?
No.
Like, who do they know, right? You're just thinking
Yeah.
one to one, but you're not thinking who they know, the resources they're connected with. That's very
But
key.
that's it. The other day I
Yeah.
was talking to my sis, and she had a friend, and he works on a cruise shop to do distribution for was it seasoning? I said, can you ask him if he knows anyone who does toys on cruise ships or books or another buyer for another like directory? Because that's it. Because now when you're so in your business, everything becomes an opportunity, or your mind starts opening up. My mind didn't
Yes.
do that. My mind did not do that. I'm telling
Yes.
you, it's
Yes.
it.
It's a growth process, right?
It's a growth process.
It's a
Yeah,
growth
that's what it
process.
is.
I
It
love that. I
is.
love that. Then
So
you start
it's,
seeing, it's kind of like people say, like when you buy a car, a certain color, then you start seeing cars around you the
oh
same,
my gosh,
same color,
yes.
right? But they were
Yeah,
already there the whole time. But
they
now
were already there.
your mind is opened up and now you see them, right? So it's not that they
Exactly.
just popped out of nowhere. They were there. So
They
the
were
same
there.
thing, the connections are there, the avenues were there, but now that you've opened up, now you can see them. Wow.
Yeah. And they always say the depending on the question is the answer you'll get. If you ask the right question, you'll get the right answer. So
Yeah.
if you're not asking the right questions, your response.
Yes. Like, why is this not working versus how, what would be a couple of ways to make this work, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Two different
yeah.
questions. You're going to get two different type of answers.
I'm telling you, and that's it. You could speak to someone who might be in, I don't know, owns a store or something, and you're just like, yeah, but I was looking for like a retail space. And they might not have retail, but you know what? I know someone who's got connection. And
Right.
that's how we got to start as entrepreneurs. We got to get really creative. Even the other day, I said, oh, London be cold. And I was like, I don't always want to pop up and it's raining. I got books. I said, Princess, if you don't start popping up online and selling live,
Ah.
yeah, I was like, Pete, you got to do it. So that's what I'm looking at now. Because I was like, TikTok, you can sell live. There's
Hmm.
another platform that my friend told me about. I think even the other day, this is when how it's I don't know if it's like when you think about stuff, even like all the internetology, eBay messaged me and told me that they do live selling.
Ah,
Yeah, I was
look
like,
at that.
I
They
was
message you. So you're just attracting stuff. That's what you're doing.
like,
Right now, you're just
yeah.
attracting stuff. They just coming to you.
Yeah, because I was
You're
like, what
going
is
out.
yeah, I was like, what is going on? But I was
Yeah.
like, we got to think outside the box because there's so many pop-ups for us when we do pop-ups. They're not cheap, the
Mm.
space. And then remember, the place could be like £100. So you've got to sell, if your books are 10, you've got to sell like 10 books
Yes.
before
Yeah.
you break even, before you make
Right.
profit or whatever,
Right.
right? So
Yes.
now, but if you're selling then the comfort of your own home, and obviously you got
Ain't there's no cost. There's no cost. It's all
it's all, and then
revenue
you'll
for you.
see, yeah, and it's all revenue. And now you can pop up even more
Yes. Because it's
because
more
you're waiting for,
convenient. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Because you're waiting for your favorite pop-up to pop up. They might do it once every quarter or once every 2 months. And
Mm,
then you don't have to hustle and bustle anymore. You're not
mm.
spending parking, gas,
Yeah.
food, because I'm a foodie. I
Yes.
be eating, I be in the I'll be like, Princess, if you spend more money than you make, girl, I swear. Like, because I'll be eating, I'm not trying to buy breakfast and I'm lunch. Now I want a snack. Now I've
Uh-huh.
remembered I need some products for the home. Yeah. So, yeah, being an
Yeah.
entrepreneur, it's not easy.
It is, and it's definitely a growth experience. It's a journey because you just start taking one step in front of the next, and I love what we're talking about here because it really shows that you don't have to have the whole plan figured out when you start. Because that keeps a lot of people not even getting started because they think, oh, I got to figure out how this is going to unfold, what I'm going to do next.
Yeah.
And it has to be perfect, and I have to have all this stuff in place,
Yeah.
as opposed to let me just take the first step. Let me just
Yeah.
take one little step. Let me just choose my business name and file for a business license. Let me start.
Yeah.
Let me just
Yeah.
put my business mission together and figure out who my target market is, and then let me
Yeah.
start creating. Just in
Yeah.
whatever
Just
order,
stop.
right?
Yeah.
You may do the creating first and then do the business filing next, but do something. Don't just sit
Yeah.
and think about it, right?
A lot of people stay in that thinking stage for
Yes.
too long and then
Too.
they thought themselves out. Like they're like, oh, okay. They think
Yeah.
about everything that they have to do and then said,
Right.
no, if I did that, I probably wouldn't have started. I just started.
Mm.
I didn't know how to
Mm.
put a book together. I was like, okay, I'll figure it out.
Right.
YouTube is your best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Watch videos. A lot of people are doing it. A lot of things that we're planning to do. Everyone's probably done it already. But
Yeah.
it's just how you do it. And then it's your brand story. I didn't understand the power in a brand story. Like
Mm.
everyone have a brand story. I'm telling you, it's powerful when
Mm.
you really can create it and it speaks to people and people can relate to it. I didn't understand that. But I find that we're so bogged down with, oh no, we got to do this and we got to do that and we got to do this, especially as I think a lot of entrepreneurs, we're creators, we're naturally creators more
Mhm.
than business. There's probably some people business, but we create products and then we're like, okay, how do we sell it? And then finances, oh my gosh, we run from that. Oh, the legal side,
Right,
we run
right.
from
Yeah,
that.
I know you run for
Yeah.
finance.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, because
But
that's what I help people with, so I know. Yes.
yeah, it's just like, the other day I had to do it. I'm like, ow. Put it off. It's just, and
Right.
I keep saying, like, start saying you like it. Tell your brain you like it, because you've been telling your brain you don't like it for so long that now
Yeah.
it's your reality. And what
Right.
don't you like?
Right. So what you have to do is find the benefit of it, and you have to connect to the benefit of it. I
Yeah,
You like the result from it, right? I like
yeah,
this is the result this is going to give me. So, and I love that result. So, I'm going to figure out how to get this done.
yeah. And I
Yeah.
think that's what I'm trying to do now. Like as I said, like the sales and sending emails. It's so like,
Yes.
my gosh, you're just waiting. Like you're just
Right.
okay. Whereas when I'm doing a book, I'm like, oh my gosh, I like this. Oh my gosh, this is good. Yeah,
Yes.
I gotta add that. And I gotta
Yes.
critique this. I like all that. At the moment, I'm like, okay, but you did all that
Yeah.
work and now you gotta sell the book. But you act like you don't want to sell it. But that's why I like popping up, because I get to talk to people and see their reactions and see what looks good, you're actively selling. So you get people
Right.
who naturally connect, whereas online it's very stagnant.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? People are like, oh,
Right.
maybe I like that, put it in a basket, go away,
Mm-hmm.
forget. Whereas when
Right.
you're there,
Yes.
yeah,
We chop and throw
yeah,
the basket, then we close it. Come
then we
back
close
a
it.
week later.
Yeah, is it still there?
Right.
Do I need that? Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
versus being outside or you're selling live, but you've got a deal happening or a bundle, and it's just
Yeah.
a different, but
And you
you
get
have to
feedback.
exactly. But I think now, and what I realized with myself, I was like, Princess, this is the next level. You have to dominate the sales and like completely embrace it. This is you wrote books.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got six, I got six published books.
Oh,
Like, and that's picture books. That's not even activity books. So it's
right.
just like, and you've done all this stuff. So now you really need to embrace yourself completely.
Mm.
Like I put myself into a no creative work until after 5. From 9 to
Mm.
5, sell, Princess,
Ah,
sell.
I love that because we often do the things that we love to do, right? So we do
Yeah.
the creative work 12 hours a day.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Yeah.
not making the sales happen, right? So you have a lot of creativity done, but no sales. So
Yeah.
you have to make yourself. I love the way you put that time block in.
Yeah.
This
I had
time
to.
block, I'm going to do
Yeah.
this, and then I get to be creative after I've done this for so many hours.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
Yeah,
it's no longer I need. When I first started, I was like, oh my gosh, I just had one book. I need more books, like make more money. I was like, okay,
right.
you've done the book. You ain't swapped
Yeah,
over. You're still in the same gear. You're
right.
still a creator.
Mm,
No, you gotta be
yeah,
CEO now.
right.
Stop. Yeah.
Ah, I love
It's-
that. So now you got to perform as the CEO. And one thing I
Yeah.
tell women that I work with in their business is another way to handle those tasks that you don't want to do but have to get done is to research and find out what would it cost me to get someone to do this for me, right?
Yeah.
And now let me set my revenue goals so that I know I'm on track to add that person, right, to my team so they can take this over. So now I know
I love
I'm
that.
not doing this forever. I have a timeline that I'm doing this and I know why I'm doing it. And it's going to get me someone that's going to just take this off my plate, right?
Yeah.
You've
I love
gone
that.
through it, so now you understand it. So you know what that person should be doing when they come aboard. So it's like,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, so I'm in my learning process. I'm learning this stuff. I'm going to get it down. At the same time, I'm earning the money to hire that person. When I hire that person, I know who to hire because
Yeah.
I know how this system works now. So
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. No, it's
Mhm.
so true. Yeah. Exactly. And I think it's all to do with like the mind and how we just like to, as you said, we like to do what we like to do. But
Mhm.
it could be a make or break for business.
Yes, definitely. Right.
Because
Because
you think,
imagine if you've got all these books created. Imagine if you did no sales to sell them. It'd be like, you would feel like, oh, this is just not successful when that's not
yeah.
the truth, right? These are very, very valuable things that people connect to. They just need to know it's there, right?
Yeah, and that's the funniest thing is because when I first started, I said if I never did pop-ups, I probably would have stopped and said no one wants my books or toys.
Mm,
When I started doing pop-ups and saw my books sell, I
mm,
was like, I went into a department store like a pop-up. It was for like a week, and because of like the commission that they take, I had to increase my books, right, by like
mhm,
£3.
uh-huh.
My books were selling. Even the store people were like, wow, you sell a lot of books. And it was
Mm,
at that time when I first popped up, it was just Jamaica.
uh-huh.
And I was doing just under like 20 a day, like just this
Mm,
one Jamaica book for
uh-huh.
me. And they're like, and I was just like, okay, so when I went back and then I had different books and you're
Uh-huh.
selling and people like you got regulars now, oh, what other book do you have? And da-da-da. And that's what gave me the confidence. Because if I was just paying attention to online, like my website,
Got you.
yeah.
Got you. That's very key. So we have to be, I think you said it earlier, we have to be creative, right?
Yeah, we
So
have to.
looking at those different avenues made the difference for you to realize this is something that people will purchase.
Yeah, when I started out,
Yeah.
because if I was just depending online, I probably would have been like, oh, no one wants it. No one. But when
Right.
I got outside, I was like,
Ah,
yeah, I started popping up. Like I had a website, but I was like, let me pop up. Because versus the visits that your new website is getting, versus
yes,
how many people are coming to a department store or a pop-up event, which they know what they're gonna find there,
right.
you can't compare that.
Yes, it's a big
Yeah,
difference.
it's a
Yeah,
big
because you're on the
difference.
internet with billions of other websites, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Ah,
Sometimes Amazon sells more books than my website.
yes, yes,
I can't compete with Amazon. Do you know how many people's
right.
on Amazon? And that's
Yes.
just how it is. That's why you've got to do all these different platforms. You might be on Amazon, you might be on Etsy, you
Mm,
might be on, yeah, it's just so
um,
it's interesting. That's why I said the wholesale now is the most, for me, is like the most important step to getting the books out, because
mm,
for me, I'm like, I don't always want to pop up. I would like to pop up if I've got something new, or to feel
right,
interaction and see what's
right.
happening, and not to lose like touch with what's going on.
Mhm.
But when now, if your books are in like 5 other stores and they're ordering,
There you
start
go.
working on that math. What did you say? The
Exactly.
result
Okay.
was,
Yes. I love that. I love that.
yeah,
Yes. So that journey, that's part of your business journey. You're in that expansion. Okay.
yeah,
How many different ways can I expand? Right.
yeah. Because
You're
I
beyond the
didn't.
startup mode, right?
Yeah, I still feel like I'm a startup, but like, yeah, I still feel like I'm a startup, but I guess so. Like, it's been 3 years. I was like, how old's my business? Yeah. So I don't. Yeah, I'm like, when do you switch? When does startup actually end?
We're actually, it ends at different stage for different people, but usually at the 5 year mark, when you
Yeah,
have your revenue growing consistently,
yeah,
that 5 year period, yeah.
yeah.
Then you
Okay.
kind of set your foundation, you have your system in place.
Yeah,
One key way to know that you're beyond the startup is when you can take a vacation and everything runs without you.
yeah. They said always when you're building your business, build it as if you want to sell it.
That part right there. That's what I tell people.
That's what
So
I'm
when you
working
can,
on right now.
yes, so that's the key.
Yeah,
So when you get those systems in place, and like you said, when you started your second book, how you had a written process for how it should go,
yeah,
that's part
yeah,
of it. So you put all those systems in place and processes in place so that if you're not there, someone else can follow it and it will run
yeah,
smoothly. And you can have your mind just really taking a break, because we need those breaks to
yeah.
energize our creativity. We have to take breaks from it. So if when you can step away for a 2 week or a 4 week vacation and you know your business is still going to run, then you're beyond that startup phase.
Oh, you just made me feel good.
Yes, good.
Yeah, no, because I started, and it's so funny because I was trying to understand systems. This is what I'm saying. Like last year, I wasn't even thinking now, and I didn't realize what I was doing was systems.
Ah,
I was just doing. My friend was like, "So that's how you do." That's why I did the book. Like, well, we'll talk about it, but I did a book. Did how to write and publish your own children's book course. He was like,
okay.
"What you do, like, you actually follow your own steps." I was like, "Yeah, I don't make this up every time I write a book. When I
Ah,
speak to my illustrator, this is how I give them the information." Because it's clear to me, it's clear to them. And when you don't do what I'm saying, I'm like, go to image 5 and then look at image 6 and you'll see, because I've circled it in big red. Like, you know what I mean? But I
right.
didn't realize. So for me, it was trying to understand, and I'm still trying to understand like online systems and automations. And
Yes.
I do the emails, like I'm really bad. Like I'll do the work and then not implement the actual systems. Like set
Ah,
up the emails, but I'll do the content. There's something about that mundane work. But
uh-huh.
I'm like, princess, you got to get over it because I've done the work. So
Right.
so now I, like the other day, I was like, I'm changing my book printer,
Mm.
and they need to be able to facilitate orders for wholesale now. I can do it when I'm in town, because I travel too much.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm away for periods of time. So I was like, I can't shut down my store. Either you have to get a packer and get a situation together or whatever, because unless they come to the office or whatever, and then they pack, or you get a company that can fulfill the orders. So I finally found someone, and I was like, great, they got the US, because I had this American woman come in, and she came to London. She was like, oh my God, I don't want to do a bad American accent, but she was like, this is like fantastic. You need to get them in America. You need to get them in all the, what did she say? All the blue states, all the, I think she was talking about, So I was like, okay, and I've actually created a list just from that conversation, because I was like, no, it's true. She was like, we need that. Our kids don't know where they're from. We really need that. So I was like, okay. See, I meet people like that pour into me, and I'm
exactly. I love that.
But yes, so the systems and everything is definitely, that's me. The next, before I travel, because obviously the cruise is in November, I've given myself like 4 months to just let's sales, okay, marketing, okay, this, putting it all in order.
Got it.
That's me, because I said when I travel, this needs to run without me. Yes. So I can sit on the beach and just write another book.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You won't have that heavy in your mind, because a lot of times we carry weight of our business in our mind, and even though our body is somewhere, our mind is still heavy with what we need to do, what has to be done, and that's not peace, right? That's not rest. And we have to have real rest to build these businesses so that they're sustainable.
Yeah, that real rest, I know, I need that. Yeah, I could be real. Like, I don't think I've had real rest, because I'm always working. Like, when you just shut down.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think when I think about that, no. But that's why I said the systems this year, I was like, and that's why I've been very hard on myself about creativity. I was like, you're not allowed to create anything, because my cutoff for working on anything creative is at the end of this month. And I said, if you haven't done it, princess, that's on you.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But now it's all about the systems. You're a business. This isn't nice to have or fun time. This is real. This is it. So all of those things now, and just being ahead of time, even like finances of what you said, and being on top of that. And like now I've got just the other day, like today actually, I was working on an email for schools, and when I was listening to the woman and how I did it, it was like a one-off sale, like an author visit. Oh, I can come into your school, read. And she was just like, no, schools don't, well, she didn't tell me, but what she was saying on that.
She was talking to you.
Yeah, I was like, I felt it, because I did. I felt it. I know she was.
Yes.
So she was saying, no, what you have to do is they care about the value and what the output is for the kids and how it fits into their curriculum and whatever. And you want to create a partnership, not a one-off.
Yeah.
So now when I laid out that next email, like I did that today, I was like, wow, this is powerful.
Yes.
Like, you're not coming.
You love that feeling, yes. When you see how you've grown, you've taken information and how you've grown with it, right?
Yeah.
I love that feeling, yeah.
I was telling my friend that today, because she was like, what do you mean? And I said, listen, this lady was talking about, and I was taking all the information, because webinars, the free webinars, they give you a little bit, but they're not really giving you too much. This is where you use ChatGPT. Put that information in.
Yes.
And you say, I told her, I said, give me a strategy for 9 Mile Babies. Obviously, this is what the brand does of how, and she gave us a checklist. I said, this is a checklist of what we should do. Create a strategy for me, and how can I make this bulletproof to get into schools and make this powerful to show what I do and the different things. And then, whereas I was only concentrating on being an author, I'm like, but you created a study educational pack using your books as resources. I have one on Notting Hill Carnival that talks about how it started and the culture behind it in Windrush, and then one on Jamaica. So it's a resource that teachers can buy, but they can use the book and how they interact with the students and stuff. So it's all about cultural education and stuff like that. Literacy. Yeah, I do. I told you, I'm a creative.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I don't tell no one.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
just I'm just seeing visions of how that will work in school systems over here too,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
my husband is a retired principal. He worked in the from a
See?
teacher all the way up to principalship and work at the district also. So yes, I'm
See?
see, yeah,
No, see?
we
So
got
you
it, we
see
got
what I told you about that
yes,
networking? And when
yes,
you ask the right or you have the right conversations, look what you just said.
yes.
I never knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
That's how it happens. That's how
that's
it
it.
happens, audience. You got to just talk to the right people.
I'm
You got to
telling
share what
you.
your dreams and your goals are with the right people and just keep taking one step after the other. So
That's it.
what's the next big thing for 9 Mile Babies that you have
Oh,
on?
so the next big I got a lot of things coming, but the
Okay.
biggest thing, the
Uh,
next big thing is my book. So I've
Okay.
got a children's book. I signed with a New York publisher,
Okay.
Cassette Books.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they're releasing my Christmas book. It's called Grandma What's That? Countdown to
Okay.
Christmas.
Uh-huh.
You can pre-order it. It's already, I've got a link on my website, on the 9 Mile Babies website. It's on Walmart, it's on I'm trying to think of another American. What's that bookstore? You've got Barnes and
Orange and
Noble.
Nobles.
Yeah. Barnes. I was like, what's that bookstore? Yeah, so it's online already. It's on Amazon, so it's coming out. So obviously we're getting ready to start pushing the book. I'm really excited about that. It's my first non-self-published book.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, so I'm excited about that, and it's about Christmas. Obviously babies go and they're looking to buy presents. I don't want to say
Okay.
too much, but there's
Okay.
a different
Yes.
character in it that represents Christmas for us.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so it's for like the mothers, the women in our family that hold it all
Mm,
together.
nice.
But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there for that. But
Yeah.
that's coming out on the 6th of October.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And a great time for Christmas gifts, right?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Wonderful.
gonna be good.
Wonderful.
And then I have, as I said, I have launched I soft launched because I haven't fully put it out there, but I've launched a course on how to write and self-publish a book. So I took my process of how I did it and kind of laid it out. It's like got
Got
10
it.
modules. I voiced all of it, talking about
Okay.
I've created so like loads of downloads to help people, even down to visiting a bookstore. People want to write, but I feel like we don't really look at what's already in the market,
Mm,
understand what we love about books. If you've got a child,
mm.
what they love about books, down to the feeling of the paper, gloss, not gloss,
Ah.
matte, big,
Oh,
what size,
wow.
drawing, what type of like
Nice.
cartoon. Yeah,
Right, because part of your process was you taught yourself about self-publishing, right?
yeah, I
You did it
did.
all yourself, so you're taking all those lessons that you had to learn to put out your
Yeah.
first book, and now you're helping the next person so they don't have to learn it the same hard way that you did, right?
Exactly, because it
That's
took me
awesome.
ages
Hmm.
to go. I remember one day just walking for like a whole day trying to get my books in bookstores, and they was just like, one lady said, "Look, it's going to be really hard for you to get your books into like bookstores because we buy from a certain distributor. If you can get with this distributor who's big, then it's easier, and then you just tell them." I was like, the moment she said that, I tried a couple bookstores. It was the same. I went home. I said, okay.
Hmm.
That was all I needed. I was like, yep, I'm going to get my books. You're going to be my distributor. And I
Mm.
figured it out. And
Hmm.
then that's how I learned about ISBN numbers and registering
Right.
your books, because it depends how far you want to go with your books. If you want to just put it on Amazon, you can get a free ISBN number. And for those who don't know, it's the barcode. It's the
Hmm.
registered barcode for your product. So Amazon will give you a free one. So if you want to just write a book on, like if you wanted to write a book on how to become a podcaster, right? You can write a book and just put it on Amazon and then buy like your copies and sell them. If you want to get it into books and get it registered, then you need your own ISBN number where you have to register. So I learned how to make 9 Mile Babies a book publisher. So I do publish books. I am a publisher. So I
Okay.
went through that whole process of becoming a
Mm,
publisher, buying all my ISBN numbers, registering it to Nine Mile Babies Publishing, and doing that route. And I did that very early on after I released my first book and just had it sitting on Amazon. I was
mm-hmm.
like, but what? I was like, I want more. I didn't
Right.
know exactly what, but, and then that lady just confirmed everything that I thought. And
Mm,
then when she said there's a big distributor called Gardeners in here.
mm-hmm.
And she was just like, if you can get in with them, you're good. Because
Mm,
that's where a lot of bookstores buy their books for. Because people don't want to deal with individuals. It's too much.
right.
They want to order
Right.
from one place.
Yes, yes. They want to get
Yeah,
multiple books from one place instead of dealing with multiple different people. That's a good point
exactly.
because I know a lot of people that publish direct to Amazon. I even have a journal for Black women in
Oh,
business on Amazon. So yeah,
love that. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah, so it's that. So I did that, and then I have a webinar coming up. So it's the webinars about for parents, carers, any it could be an auntie, uncle, anyone. It's just how to increase your child's confidence, but using culture. And I've created different things that you can't buy on my website, but still using my books and stuff. So coloring books and activity books, literacy, numeracy, but it's all about how kids learning by seeing themselves because a
Mm,
lot of the time they're not seeing themselves, so they don't, even
right,
down to media, so they don't know what is possible. We
right,
didn't know well, American, but we didn't know we could have a black president until we had one.
right, right.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
That's why even like Michael was it Michael B. Jordan?
B. Jordan,
Everything's
yeah.
it's going crazy because there's not many.
Yes,
When you think about it, after all there's not many.
yes. You're
So
right.
when we see that, it inspires young ones. I want to be
Yes.
just like him. I can do it because he did it.
Yes, exactly. It sets another level of possibility, right?
Exactly.
That is very
Exactly.
powerful. Very
Yeah.
powerful. Mm,
So yeah, everything feeds into the brand. I'm all about culture, I'm all about representation, building our children up, like making them feel comfortable in who they are,
right.
understanding where they're from, even though you might be born in America or I don't know, Asia or wherever you are, but your bloodline is what it is,
Mhm.
right? And you learn more about you. And
Yes,
then, yeah, because travel's not always fortunate for everyone, but
right.
with grandma and the babies,
Yes.
may you see
They
the
can
world.
travel to Jamaica,
I'm telling
travel
you,
to Nine Miles.
I've got
Yeah.
Jamaica, Barbados, St.
Uh-huh.
Lucia,
Ah,
Nigeria, which I based on my trips to Nigeria. That's like my first Africa book. I'm hoping next year I'll write Ghana. And I did a book on Notting Hill Carnival because I felt like a lot of children don't understand why Carnival actually exists in London.
mm.
Yeah, so.
That's good. I'm gonna read that one. Very interesting stuff. So tell me something. What does success feel like for this version of you versus the version that had just started with that first book?
Oh, I'm pretty confident in myself, but I'm definitely more confident within myself and what I do. Like before, when I first wrote, and someone says, "Oh, you write books. Oh, you're an author." Oh, yeah, I write books. I didn't want to give myself, "Oh, I'm an author," and I think that was
Mm,
partially why I wanted a book deal. At first, I didn't know I wanted a book deal, and then I was like, "No, I want that," because I
mm,
kind of wanted that tick of verification from the industry,
mm-hmm,
and it's like now you've got that,
mm,
right? Um, I I think coming from like working for people, so you're working in industries, but you're working for people, I showed myself that I'm very capable of doing for myself too and
mm.
stepping out. Sometimes we fear being alone or what we can do, or sometimes we
Yeah,
think, yeah, I can do that, I do that, I can do it for someone else. And sometimes we
right.
can't, sometimes we can. But I looked at me and my growth because I've tried different businesses and I was like, oh, after a while, you're like, oh, I don't want to do that no more, or this didn't work out this way. And all those things that I tried actually brought me to where I am today and those skills. Because I remember when I built my first website to the website that I built now for Nine Mile Babies. Oh my
Right.
gosh, day and night.
Yes, yes, yeah. I
They
know
were
about those
like,
website building stuff. When you, oh
oh
my
my gosh.
goodness, painful.
Yeah, I'm
Painful. But
telling
when you
you.
start out and you don't have funds to pay everyone for everything, you
Yeah,
figure it out. You okay,
you
how do
gotta
I
figure
do
it
this?
out.
Yes.
Yeah, you're figuring it out. I'm telling you. Even when they see me pop up and they're like, oh, you're by yourself. Yeah. Who
Mm,
else? Like, it's my business. Oh,
yeah.
you can't get help. I said, there's help, and then they're no longer helping. Like, there's not. And I said, I would rather. I'm an Aries as well, so we don't really like to ask for help. Yeah, I don't know anyone out there who's an Aries, but we tend to be like that. But I was just like, I can handle it, and it's easy. I've had someone help me, and I just felt like it was more hassle for me because I
Mm,
got to tell you what to do.
mhm.
I can sell, I can talk to someone else, I can take an interview, I could take a testimonial, I could take pictures and do all of it myself. And I'll pack, unpack, put up, get down.
Uh-huh.
Like the way that I pack my stand, I guess I got a system. So even
Uh-huh.
when someone's like, do you want to help? No, I'm good. Because I
Right.
know what
Because
I'm
you know the
doing. Now,
system. Yes. Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
got the same setup that I have.
Yeah.
So success is definitely, I don't feel successful, like, oh my gosh, yeah, I made it, but I feel very close, and I'm very grateful, and
Mm,
I'm a believer in God, and I believe what is for you won't pass you, and what I'm doing was already written because it's my family, it's my life. So I take my experiences and I've turned it into something which I believe is beautiful,
mm,
and may it stand long after me. Do you understand? And that's why I'm trying to build it as a business, and it doesn't depend on me. But I think there's people that be like, yeah, and I used to always say this. I don't know if you did this or anyone else. I'll be like, yeah, I've got a small business.
mm.
I
Yeah.
don't know why we put that small in front.
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
know. I've had a few friends that's gone, Princess, there's nothing small about what you do.
Mm.
Stop saying that. You
Yes.
say that and then you're on a cruise or you're on the news. Then you sign
Right.
a publishing deal. They're
Yeah.
like, what's so small? But the
Mm-hmm.
thing is, in the vision, I guess that for me, I have in my head, it's so huge.
Got it. Got it.
And yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah.
but I just said sometimes you got to appreciate this moment because there has been movement.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. So we
But
got
that's
to,
so
that's like,
true. We do sometimes say, "Well, I got a small business, or
yeah,
I'm doing something on
yeah.
the side," but it's more than small, right? It's a full-fledged bit. I have a business.
Yeah, you have a business. A
Just
lot of
take the
people don't have
small out. I have a
businesses.
business.
I have a
Exactly.
business. But I
Yeah.
think we downplay it so maybe we feel more comfortable, or
Yes.
we don't want questions, or
Definitely.
no one can
Definitely.
attack.
Yes. And don't
Yeah.
ask me what my numbers are. Don't ask me,
Yeah.
don't ask me any details, right? So let me just say it's small so I don't have to
Yeah,
answer
I
any
said, yeah, I
questions.
got a small business.
That's fear. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then my friends do it. I got a friend in particular. She was like, I never forget. She goes, "There's nothing small about what you." She goes, "I don't know what you think small is," and
Yes.
I'm like, "Me?"
Yes.
And then even my friend said, you're successful," and I was like, "No, I'm not." And he was like, "No, you are." He goes, "If you can take care of yourself, you're successful." I said, "There's levels of taking care." But I'm just so thankful that I'm able to do this, and I keep pushing. And even through the hard times when I'm just like, and I'm just, you get upset. Sometimes you got to cry it out. Sometimes you got to just take
Yes.
a minute and be by yourself.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, like
All
I'm
that.
just,
All that is
yeah,
okay. Yeah, you can
it's
cry,
okay.
you can take a day off, you can vent, you can
Yeah.
do whatever you need to do
Do whatever you
and
need to
come back.
do and get back out,
Yeah.
because no one can't take your business away from you unless you give it away or you say and you close the door to it.
Yeah.
We watched lockdown. Nothing's safe. A job isn't safe.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we saw people losing their jobs.
Yes, left
That's
and
why they
right.
started. That's why they started side hustles and started doing stuff and started doing bits. So
Yeah.
I was just like, I always say, and my friend always says this to me. He was like, "P, it's coming." Like, like Steve Jobs, and he was telling me about Facebook. They had like $10 in their account to buy pizza
Hmm.
before they like it gets hard before
Yes.
it's coming. That
Before
work
that
that you
breakthrough
put in.
comes. Yes, yes. And then what happens is, which is very important, why it's very important to get our nervous system used to winds. What happens is it starts rolling really fast, right? So it starts getting really good really fast. So you have to really
Yes.
be ready to accept that because I work with a lot of women and when wealth starts coming, if you're not ready to accept it, you would stop it. You would do something to make it stop. Like, this
Something.
is too much. This is too much.
Sabotage it.
Self-sabotage. Right?
Really? And you've
And
had
you won't
women
see it
that's
until
just,
after the fact, right? You're self-sabotaging, but in the moment, that's not what you think you're doing. But
yeah,
2 or 3 months down the line, you'd be like, you know what? I could have had that contract. I could have made that deal. I could have figured
yeah,
out how to handle it. Instead of thinking, oh, this is too big, I can't handle it. I could have figured out how to manage that. Well, why was I so
yeah,
afraid, right? Instead of, like you said, we say small business. If someone comes to
yeah,
something, no, I'm not. I'm not ready for that yet, right? As opposed to,
yeah,
how can I get ready for this opportunity?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
so if we don't have that capacity open and ready, when it comes, we're so afraid of it, we will self-sabotage.
Yeah, no, I had this guy last year say to me, I hope you're ready for success. And I didn't know what he was talking about. I was
Yeah,
like, huh? I was like, yeah, like I didn't really. And then someone said, Pete, it's gonna happen so fast.
yes,
I remember last year I was talking to a friend and we were just talking about it, and they were like, yeah, so when I get like my record deal, when I do this, and they were talking about all these things, and they were like, yeah, and then you'll do this and then you'll do that. My thing, like when I signed my book deals and then everything happened, it was like book deal, cruise, this, and I was just like,
yes.
oh, okay.
So see,
So much happened. So what?
you're stepping into another stage. So you are graduating from the struggle stage, which is basically you planted the seed, you watered it, you pulled the weeds, you took care of it, you fertilized it, right? And now it's growing. And when the plant
Yeah,
starts growing, you don't have to do a whole lot more stuff to it, right? You just
yeah,
make sure it stays healthy. So that's the stage you're at where you need to just make sure all those different parts stay healthy. It's not going to be
yeah,
the same grind of tending and pulling weeds and water and hoping that the sun comes out. You're moving to that.
yeah,
So it's a next level of comfort that you have to get used to, right? You got to get used
yeah.
to things coming to you and things showing up and doors opening and okay, how do I want to step into this door?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so, yeah, I felt that because right now I'm sitting on something and I'm like, I'm listening to you going, why are you sitting on this?
Mm,
Yeah, I'm gonna do that tonight
yes.
because I was just like, why? And it's huge. And I was like, why are you sitting on this?
Yeah. Get your nervous system prepared for it. So what you want to do is envision it happening and envision who else would benefit from it happening, right? Like who else will be
Yeah.
blessed when this happens? So
Yeah, wow.
it's because it has to be bigger than you, right? From what you're saying, it's bigger than
Yeah,
you.
no, it is.
Yes.
And
So who else is going
it's
to be blessed? So this is going to bless these people in this way and get your nervous system comfortable with that, right?
yeah. Oh my gosh,
Yes.
yes.
Yes. Yes.
Do you know, because like I'm sitting and it's gonna take the brand to a whole nother level. Like
Mhm.
I remember sitting at my auntie's table in Jamaica going, I turned down this job and I just said they don't want to pay me my worth, forget it. And I was like,
Mhm.
yeah, but I got to make money. And my auntie was like, it's fine, pay is gonna happen. Like just I used to sit at her table every morning, but it felt beautiful in it because it's nice outside. You know what
Uh-huh.
I mean? It's a different relaxation. I was happy sending emails.
Uh-huh.
And I remember when this woman was like, yeah, it was in Montego Bay Airport. She was like, yeah, we'll take you. Like, we love your books. And then as I was traveling back, I had like books on me and I gave her books and all the rest of it. And I was like, I'll send you an invoice, don't worry. But I just wanted to make sure. And I was just like, you just got into Montego Bay Airport. You spoke about that before lockdown. And then after that, I got into the Tough Gong store, which is like the Marley store in Montego Bay and Kingston Airport, which I never thought I would have got into. And I was just like, and then I got into the Bob Marley Museum, and I was just like, and it's normally the Bob Marley Museum is just like sort of Marley stuff, and I was just like, if this isn't like a 360 or whatever, because, and I was like, what is going on? Do you know, like things and nothing before its time, but I was in a space where I was able to talk about what I did. I felt confident about what I had, and I understood. Even now, when the brand has grown so much with what I do, because I'm a natural creative, which I have to pull myself back. And I'm like, this next thing that I have that I'm sitting on, I'm going to be real with you. We got to be real. One thing, I'm real with myself. But it's like, why? And then someone said to me a couple years ago, when I questioned, when I started doing all these other business, why am I not successful? Why haven't I not hit? And it said, trauma. They spoke about trauma in that I tied success with pain. Because something that I had gone through, right? Every time I did something and I shined too bright, they kind of did that to me. So I kind of was doing, but I didn't want to. It's like you're shouting, but you're not shouting.
Right.
The moment that I listened to this lady, right? She doesn't understand what she did for me that day. I listened to this lady and I said, I'm going to do something that scares me this weekend. That's what I told her. I'm going to do something that scares me. And I did it. And I kid you not, that was the first breakthrough that I had. That is why I'm sitting with you today and why 9 Mile Babies exists.
Come on.
So this next breakthrough. Tonight. Tonight. Because it's sitting on me. And that's why a lot of our things, it's not our capabilities, it's mental.
It's mental, and it's that trauma you spoke about. I tell my entrepreneurs, you need 3 things for a successful business. You need a therapist, you need a business coach, and you need to have a level of self-care. Gotta take care of yourself, right? So you need a therapist, because any trauma that you've experienced is going to come up, because you're branching out to do something great. And when you are working on letting your greatness come out, it has to move through all that furniture you have in there that's pain and trauma, right? Like, it can't come out. You're going to keep pushing it down because fear is going to say, no, that's too much. So it's some things you have to release so that greatness can come out and shine, right? So I love that you said you're doing something uncomfortable, because that's where a lot of us get stuck. Instead, we would say, oh, that must be a sign that I'm not supposed to do that. It doesn't feel right. When it really just doesn't feel familiar. There's a difference. There's a difference between, feeling a vibe or an energy that doesn't feel right, and feeling a vibe or an energy that just doesn't feel familiar. And that familiarity is your comfort level.
Exactly. So because you're
go ahead.
No, you go
so
ahead.
Being able to break through that, to really tap in, because I've heard people say you got to tap into whatever feels dark to you, like your dark side. And that's basically your fear, right? It's like, I want to avoid it. Let me just go do something else. But why am I afraid of this? Let me tap into why this has me feeling some way, and where do I feel it in my body, and why am I afraid of this? And even if I can't figure out why I'm afraid of it, acknowledge I am afraid of it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because I tell fear, we're going on a journey, you and me. Because I'm getting there, and if you're going to hang around, you're just going to get there with me. You're not stopping me from getting there. We're just going to get there together. I'm willing to take you with me, right? I love that.
No, it's just so true, because we have these things that block us and we don't know why, and when someone shines a light on it, it's like, oh my gosh. And just listening to you just then, I was just like, Pete, you've been, I think from last week or the week before, I was And I'm just like, you just got to do a few things and that's it and send it. So why? And I was like, no, no, no. Everything happens for a reason. That's what I
Mm,
believe. And if you
definitely.
listen, and I was like, today we push through that barrier
Mm,
because it,
yes.
yeah, yeah. And that's what I've been slowly doing with everything that I've been doing. And I think I know because the moment I do that, we're on a next level. And then
Yes.
it's different expectations and
Yes.
different, you know what I mean? And you got to show up differently.
Right.
There's no this comfortable working
Mm-hmm.
or no, 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 no.
Yeah, it's time to move to a next level, and that could be challenging, right? It could be challenging.
Yeah,
How's it going to feel up there? Am I going to like it up there? Am I going to
yeah,
as capable as I am where I am now, right?
yeah,
But it's if it comes to you and you know that you're worthy of it, right? You know that you can do good with it, then it's just that unfamiliarity that you're fighting. So
yeah,
you have to choose to move through it, right?
yeah,
And get
yeah,
to it and be like, okay, when you get there, you're like, okay, I can handle this because
yeah, we got
so much
this.
more. We're like, I always say, I say this to myself internally. I'm at least 10 times better than I think I am, right? So if I think I'm just good enough for this, I'm really 10 times good enough for this.
Yeah,
So that's what I say to fear. I'm really 10 times better than this. So, I know I will succeed at this because it only requires
yeah,
to be one or two times. So I got
yeah,
it. So
yeah,
you got
yeah.
this. You got it, princess.
Yeah, I'm like, you got the thing is I done if you know I've done the hard work already. That's why I'm like, I just gotta add two more. And I'm like, Princess, why are you stalling? No.
Mm.
This we're not doing
And
that. All right.
yeah.
No. That was powerful. Wait, that was
Yeah.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's so and no what I realized as well, we're just figuring it out every stage, everything we do, because
Every
no one tells you what to
no.
expect. No one
No.
is they you hear that about Hollywood. No one told you what Hollywood's gonna be like and what and how
Yeah.
to prepare it. We're
Right.
just stepping and walking and trying to figure it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Because you just see it from the outside in, right? And there's so
Yeah,
many nuances that you learn once you step into it. And
yeah,
that's why I love what I'm doing on this podcast because
yeah,
stepping into entrepreneurship is like that. There's so many little things that you're not aware of until you start experiencing them.
yep,
And then you need a tribe to discuss what you're experiencing. Like, look, I went through this, so someone can tell you, oh yeah, girl, it's gonna be all right. That's normal,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's normal to want to self sabotage. That's a
yeah.
very usual feeling in building something great.
Yeah.
That's a
No,
normal
it's so
process.
true.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so true. And
Mhm.
then what we got to also remember is that when opportunities come, they don't last forever. Like things change. So
Yeah,
if you take too long on
yeah,
stuff, people change. People might think, oh, you know what? When I thought, now, yeah. Do you know what I mean? That moment, it's like impulse
yeah,
bias. Oh, yeah, I wanted that. Oh, but now it's just in the cart.
yeah,
Oh, now,
exactly. And
yeah,
now
you
it's
got to
sold
like
out,
really,
right?
yeah, we
Yeah,
gotta. You gotta get it. I'm telling
yeah.
myself that. Like, let's go. Anything, you know what? Anything that anyone who's watching this has, or they want to go for it now. Like this moment right now, whatever you're doing, if you're scrolling through TikTok, scrolling through Instagram, put that away and
Yes,
go for what you've been putting off right now. I'm
yes,
telling you.
yes, yes. Take that in, guys.
Ah, that's it. That's
That's
it.
important stuff. So we're gonna wrap this up with the little rapid fire questions, fun questions for you, because
Okay.
we've got to know a lot about you as a businesswoman, as this great CEO you're becoming. So the first question is, what's your favorite childhood memory of Jamaica? I know you've got a lot, but what's the one that sticks out
Oh, oh my gosh. Um, it's the older. What with just of me or of my grandma?
of you for
I do
you?
for
It can
me.
include
I
anyone.
It has to be when I probably one of my trips when I went to Sunsplash
Uh-huh.
well I went with my grandma and then but she allowed me to go back out and I was with my godmother and I met Snoop and that year I met Alicia Keys. It was like that's like an older kind of moment. You know when you get to go out and you
Yeah,
take your
you,
bits, but you're
yes,
not.
yes.
Yeah. But I
You're a big
remember
girl
watching
now.
Alicia Keys singing "Falling"
Ah,
at like City. Yes, because and that was, and then Snoop, and I remember meeting Snoop's uncle, and I was just like, I always remember that because I was like, who goes to a reggae show with their grandmother? But she was about that life. But that was one of my favorite moments in Jamaica. Kind of,
yeah,
I've got so many, but that's what popped in my head right now.
got you. That's
Yeah.
neat. That's neat. What's a cultural tradition that you will always carry forward?
Ooh. Gee. Ooh. Oh, okay. Because I've got it's all mixed. But and it's something that I want to start carrying.
Okay.
My Bayesian grandmother used to always make bread or pudding, like sweet bread or pudding. And
Uh-huh.
I was just talking to my niece about this 2 days ago.
Uh-huh.
Going, my auntie gave me the recipe. My mum doesn't really bake anymore. But
Uh-huh.
I was like, we need to at least do this, like at least every 2 weeks or every month we bake. Because when I used to go to my grand, she had this tin and she would give us, but we would always try to take a little slice and she'll cuss us because she'll be like, who ate down the sweetbread? Like, you know what I mean? And I was just like, we need to bring some of that back. And that's what I mean. When you lost grandparents, like Christmas used to be at my granny's, my
Yeah.
granddad's.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we need some of that.
Yeah.
I was just talking about that, about baking.
Ah. So to keep
Yeah.
that tradition in the family where you guys
Yeah, because everyone
pass
stopped
down that.
baking. Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone stopped baking.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought about that. That's weird because I just spoke about it like 2 days ago. Yeah,
Wonderful.
yeah.
What's one word that describes your brand? If you had to describe it in one word.
Family.
Mm, I like that.
I'm about to give you another one, but I was like, let me not. But it's like, yeah, family. We're families togetherness.
Mm, I love
But
that.
it's family. And family doesn't have to be blood related. It's who we
Mm,
choose to be our family.
mm, love that. And the last question, if you could spend a day with anyone from any time in history, who would you choose to spend a day with and why?
Do you know what's so funny? And I wrote about her, Nanny of the Maroons. I want to know where she found that strength to take the slaves and run into the mountains. Like where, as a woman, because you know it's always like men, as a woman, like where did you find that inner strength and kind of just and fight and take them to freedom into like the mountains? I would, yeah, if I'll go back, I'm talking to change, like people who brought change, like women that brought change,
Right,
like
right.
to really, yeah, because that's a different type of strength.
Okay, yeah,
I don't know if that's I have nothing to lose. It's either we stay here and die or we go and we die.
right.
But either way, we're going to fight for freedom.
Yes,
Do you understand? And
yes,
yeah, it's that because I feel that's that fierceness that we have to have as
yes,
women when we push our business, especially as Black women.
yes, definitely.
Kind of, regardless, we could be knocked down, but we're always going to keep getting up and we're
Yeah.
always going to push.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would love to.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually in one of my Discover Jamaica activity book. I write about her.
Okay,
So I would,
wonderful.
yeah, that's why I put her in there because I was just like, that's actually funny. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Awesome. Well, this has been such a beautiful experience having you on the
Yeah.
podcast. You dropped
Thank
a lot of
you.
gems for my audience. I love your authenticity. Authenticity.
Yeah, also said, yeah, don't. You're gonna have me
Authenticity.
messed up.
Yes. I love how authentic you are, sharing your
Yeah.
story, sharing your real experience, because that's what we need to hear. What's the real experience of being a business person, of being a woman CEO, and
Yeah.
ultimately a Black woman CEO, because
Yeah.
we have a different experience. So thank you so
Yeah.
much for joining us today.
Oh,
I'm
thank
gonna.
you. I'm telling you, amazing, so amazing. You're so lovely. Do you know, I don't know if anyone's told you, but you're so comfortable to speak with.
Oh, thank
And
you.
it's just like it just flows. And thank you for creating this podcast and a platform for us to speak and to like you taught me stuff. Like you've inspired me to do something after this.
Wonderful, wonderful. I
So
love that, love that. So before we close out, is there anything else on your mind you want to share with our audience? Anything that maybe we didn't cover?
Um, no, you can just check out the so 9 Mile Babies. It's NINE, so it's the word 9 mile, MILE babies. So, with the IES, so plural. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube is coming, but the platform is there. Do check us out, see what you think, feel out. If you ever want to reach out, obviously this is a community, feel free to do so. But keep going, and if you ever wanted to know how to write a book, you've got someone who can teach you, which I will start offering coaching. But just keep going, keep pushing. Like we're even though we don't know each other, we're all secretly rooting for each other because we see
Yeah.
each other in each other. I'm like, we see
Yeah.
each other in each other, but yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
that's it,
Exactly.
that's
Beautiful.
it.
And we're going to put all the great contact information for Princess in the show notes so you'll be able to just click and connect to her website, and keep this conversation going. So, again, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You've been listening to the Empower Her Business podcast. And before you go, I want to thank you for being here. If this episode supported you, please pay it forward. You can do that by hitting the follow button, rating us 5 stars, leaving a comment, and sharing us with others. This is how we ensure the podcast reaches more sisters in business. Until next time, I wish you the very best of joy, health, and wealth. Be well.